Well, I'm so glad that it's not so very humid outside today like it was yesterday and the other days, because that's been just like walking into a heat wall outside. Every time I open the door and Alfie and I are going outside, it's like, ooh, it's like a heat wall coming right on us. So, but not today. The sun is here, but it's no heat wall. Wonderful. I'm going to make a cup of coffee in my travel mug. But first, I'm putting my coffee pods in my little tin. And this morning, I cut my hair. I cut my hair myself. I have done that for so many years. It saves me money, it saves me time, and also I get it how I want it to be. So I don't have to explain, that, oh, I want this or that. I just cut it how I want it to be. So let's see here. I'm gonna have one for my mug. I don't think I can get them on in here. I thought they would fit, but I don't think they will. Where did I put the lid now? Right in front of my eyes. There we go. Okay, save these two for later. I'm sure they will be used today, later. Okay, let's see here. Just open that up. Put that in. And I'm confusing myself. I just had my mug here, my travel mug. And now I don't see it. So I have to go look for it. Hold on, okay? Okay, I can't find it anywhere. Seriously? Do you see right behind me there? I thought I looked there. Sometimes I swear that it is gone and someone just, mysteriously put it there. So the second time or the third time I'm looking, it's just popping up. It's there, right? There we go. Now that is going to brew. It's gonna take about 2 minutes, I think, or under 2 minutes. So yesterday, in my video, I was opening up and talking about that I had been to the doctor and that my cholesterol is high. And now when you hear this sound, it's my coffee machine. This is pretty loud. It's making a loud noise, when it's heating up the water. Anyway, so I was talking to you about my cheese intake. And I feel like I need to add that I'm going to eat cheese still because I love cheese. But I'm going to go back to the amount of cheese that I'm used to eating and not eat so much that I've been doing. And the thing is that it is a lot of saturated fat in cheese, depending on which cheese you're choosing. And I have been having one that I know is high in saturated fat. But the thing is that this with overeating something, and maybe, you put in your mind that it's only temporary. It's just right now. I don't always do this. And then time is passing by. And then all of a sudden it's been a few months. And I feel like this is the result of it. And I'm glad that I did the test. I'm glad that my doctor said that it's time to do that now. Because if I didn't, I would not have known. And I would probably have been continuing. So this is a wake-up call that is good. It's good. And a wake-up call of any kind that is maybe not so good can still be very good, because then it gives me a chance to do something about it. Go back to how it used to be. And the thing is that it's the same with people who love, eating bacon. There are people who ban bacon from their home. You know what I mean? No, we're not eating that here because it's so high in saturated fats and bad for you. Well, I don't think it's bad for you. In moderation. If you have a couple of slices of bacon, 2 or 3 slices, with your breakfast, with your eggs, or for dinner, or whatever. You know what I mean? But if you sit there and you eat the half or the whole package in a day, you cook that up in a day and you eat that. That is what I'm talking about. There is a limit to it, and if you would do that, well, I would tell you that I think that's wrong, because that's not good for you. You know what I mean? I just wanted to add that. And there is so much to talk about when it comes to cholesterol and health. I think my coffee is done. I'm gonna put the lid on. Actually, I'm just going to wipe that off a little bit there underneath. There we go. There we go. And I am 54, and after I turned 50, or I should say maybe around 50, 48 years old or so, there are some health problems that started to kick in. Now, if that is related to menopause or not, that's the question. I think it is. And in future videos, I'm going to talk about those different things. I'm going to talk more about my hair. I'm going to talk about my foot. I'm going to talk about my skin, my eyes, my ear, different things that's been happening, and that I have been dealing with, so to speak, and feel like maybe there is someone else out there, or many women out there, that are experiencing the same things. Because many times in menopause, before, during, and after, there is a feeling of and thoughts of that there is a certain norm. We're going to have night sweats, we're going to feel irritated, we're going to feel sad, you know what I mean? But when other things are happening that you don't really hear about, that can make you feel really alone in dealing with that, going through that. And that is what I want to talk about. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to take it slowly for future videos and talk about that, those things. Well, I have my coffee, and I'm going to leave my house right now. So come along, okay? Good. And Alfie's having his seatbelt on. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Birds singing, just wonderful. Gonna take a nice walk. So, like I talked about in my last video about this with the cholesterol, I'm just going to mention a few more things, and that is that it's so important to exercise. And I have done that my whole life, off and on. And why I say off and on is because there are some times when things get in the way and I just haven't been doing it. But at least walk You know, I need to go back to the car because I forgot to bring poopy bags for Alfie. And he just pooped. So I gotta go back and get them. So I use just regular bread bags. They are so cheap to buy. They are perfect. Okay. It's really wet in the ground. Jeez. From all the rain, and that's okay though. Well, I brought a ton of bags in case he needs to go again. So I'm gonna pick that up. Alfie is excited to go for a walk. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are, my love. You are so excited to go for a walk. The weather is perfect for it. The birds are singing. Yeah. It's even more wet in the ground here. But the grass is a little bit taller here also to walk in. So many beautiful flowers here. So many gorgeous flowers. Yellow and lilac colored. Beautiful. And you know what? It starts raining right now, so we got to go back to the car where coffee is waiting. Oh goodness, it's just pouring. Can you believe it? All this rain came out of nowhere. And if you have seen my other videos, you know that I have said that before. It's raining like the sky is open. Oh wow. Well, I'm glad we were close to the car so we could get in pretty quick. I need a sip of my coffee for now. Alfie, did you get water on you? Not that bad, right? Oh, my glasses are covered in rain. Whew. Well, I'm glad I have my coffee with me. It's cozy to sit in here and have a little bit of coffee before we go home again. I need to say this too. If you have watched the video where I am putting flowers on a tray, I'm telling you a story there about when I was a little girl and I was crazy about horses and how it was pouring down like this when my mom and dad had promised me that I could ride the horses at midsummer. So if you watch that video, maybe you will have a good laugh. Okay, home at last. So, bought some goodies. Some wonderful Vasa crisp bread. And they had today these beautiful cherries. Absolutely amazing. And I bought a huge bag. Look at this bag. It's big, organic ones. It's these kinds, you know. So wonderful. I absolutely love these. I eat a lot of these cherries every year. Beautiful, aren't they? And then they had red plums and then black plums. And today I bought the black ones. And they were not in a bag, so I just picked some. Aren't they beautiful? Gonna be so tasty. I love those. And both cherries and the plums are so good for my stomach. Then I got a pepper, nothing fancy here. And then they had a really good price on zucchinis, since I have not planted my seeds, remember? From a couple of videos ago I talked about that. So I got zucchinis. Alfie loves zucchini too. He had that together with his rice and good protein. So that's perfect. And then I did get some good curry powder. I love that together with chicken because I got some good chicken breast. So that is a really good combination. And then also some chickpeas, of course. And I did get some good almonds, raw, unsalted. That's how I like them best. Carrots for Alfie. For me too, and my husband too, and for Teddy, of course. But Alfie, this is his signature food. He loves carrots. And I did get some soy today. Actually, the one with less sodium. I have not had this for years because I use amino acids instead. But I feel like cooking with this now when I got chicken. So that will be so great. Well, that was it for now. So take really good care for now, my friend, and I will see you next weekend again. Okay, bye.